good hygiene, nice teeth, and I like a man that is a leader. Like, I want to feel like when I walk into a room with you, you demand the room. Like, you're a boss in your own right. Like, I need a man that's very masculine, and like, I don't need to be walking in front of you talking about, come on.
What about looks? Come on, let's get physical. What do you like for looks?
I be like an ugly man.
Ugly? Oh, I'm out.
Not so ugly, you cute. I don't want no Shamar Moore. Oh, Jesus, no. You too pretty. We don't even fighting over lighting, sir.
So what's like your type? Like
a little rugged, like edgy, but like masculine.
Think about it, y'all. Think about it, cause I want to play something. I want to play a game. Y'all heard what she like. Think about some dudes. Think about some dudes, and then we gonna name off some dudes for you. You either say babe or boo if you like them. Babe,
okay, babe is thumbs up. Boo is boo.
Tammy gotta go in her archive. So, B. Simone, my first person for you.
She not gonna like that.
He got the Rona. You got the Rona. Skip him.
Give it to me.
Idris Elba.
I love him so much.
B. Simone. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Not this damn rugged. He too rugged. He in the streets.
So what is that? He not a babe?
It's too much. You gonna scare my granny.
That's a boo.
That's a boo.
Okay.
Boo.
Come on, Tammy. Tammy. Tell her. Tammy, name this
That's
one.
That's the one. Light skin is in.
Drake.
YOLO.
And you know what?
She gonna be too much for him. That's Canada. That ain't gonna work.
That's what he need. That's what he need.
What?
B, you work hard just like him. I think this is the type of dude you need. A dude like him. Y'all both work hard, but when y'all come together, y'all like strong.
Is that your type?
Yeah, I like Drake. Yeah, physically he's very handsome. I usually like him dark, but I would talk to Drake.
You said you like him dark.
Oh, 50 Cent.
No.
You're supposed to say boo or babe.
Oh, you know 50 Cent. Who is this? He's kind of cute.
What?
Oh! That's Lakeith Stanfield.
He's that?
He's an actor. He started out in Get Out. He's been in Knives Out. He's really, really cool. I think he'd be really good in bed with you. That's what I think.
Do you know him?
Yeah, because he...
Okay, well, set us up on a blind date. All this talking.
Okay.
A virtual date.
All right,
do a virtual date.
Okay. I like this. All right.
Hey, this is the Antisocial Socialite back at it again. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel or you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for, darling? Hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I get to running this mouth, baby, you are in the loop. You see the title, you know what time it is. How older women give younger women low expectations, part 2. You see, I watched this video, a part of this video, and I didn't even realize that this was the infamous B. Simone, Miss Infamous I don't want a 9-to-5 dude. She looks really young here, actually, much younger than her 30-year-old age. Okay, and I knew already that the previous video was an excerpt of a longer piece, but I haven't actually watched the whole entire thing. So this portion just came up in the YouTube, suggested videos. So I said, all right, I know this video from previous. Let me have a little look what they're saying in this bit. And you see, I've spoken quite a few times in the last few videos that I've uploaded about this concept of the sisterhood of failure. How older women often sabotage younger women's opportunity at finding love and being successful in relationships. And the way that they do it is by giving women unrealistic or low expectations. Now, this is a prime example of how the sisterhood of failure really operates. Like I said, I didn't know B. Simone, who she really was. Okay, and I expected, when I saw this image, I expected her to be a lot younger. Well, not her, the lady in the top right corner in the pink, who I didn't know was B. Simone. I thought she was younger than 30, because she looks quite youthful. Like, I was thinking she was like 21 in this shot, right? Now, B. Simone recently came out with this controversial statement about how she doesn't want a 9-to-5 dude. And people are saying, well, obviously she can't really come out and just say, well, these are the kind of men that are approaching me and I don't really want them. They're not on my level because they don't have the status or the fame, you know. So she tried to pretty up a little bit, pretty up by saying, oh, I have a hectic and irregular lifestyle because of my career. So I personally wouldn't be compatible with a man who has a 9-to-5 job where he clocks in and clocks out. And when I looked under this video that I've just played the audio for, obviously this was 4 weeks ago, at least 4 weeks ago, this interview was done. And I find it strange now that B. Simone more recently has come out and made the statements about the 9-to-5 men she made. I'm wondering if something like this conversation influenced her outlook. You see, B. Simone was asked, what do you like in a man? And one of the first things she mentioned was hygiene. That's good. She also mentioned, you know, she didn't really talk about it directly, but she mentioned something along the lines of character. And this is how older women derail younger women. So the lady in the top left, I have to find her name. She said, come on girl, let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the good bit. Let's talk about looks. You see, a lot of black women in the black community, they like to complain about all these dusty hobosexuals. And I was going to do a video, but I might just incorporate it here. This concept that if you allow your sons to be unskilled males, you are setting them up to be male prostitutes. Yes, you heard me correctly. They are going to be somebody's wife, because an unskilled male, just like a lot of these unskilled females out here, they don't know their role and they end up using their sexuality as a bargaining chip to get what they want. So these men are running around here like straight up breeders. They have kids scattered all over the globe, and none of them that they're able to provide for or really impart anything of consequence to. And it's partly because they were raised in such a way that the only thing they really have to offer is their looks and their sexual skill. You see, a man who gets his validation and grades his masculinity on how many women he can attract and how much he can sexually satisfy them, that is not a real masculine man. A real masculine man has the traits of logic, stoicism. He's aggressive in the right way. He's brave. He's courageous. You know, he's not emotional. These are the attributes of a truly masculine man. Now, I'm going to work with the idea of true masculinity. I don't know if she really understands the true definition of what a masculine man, the attributes of a masculine man actually are. But let's just say, kudos to you. You want a man who's a leader, which is something a lot of women don't say they want. And again, I'm a bit wary when she starts to talk, if she really means a true leader in the true masculine sense, or if she means like street credibility type leader, like he's a thug, you know, because when she starts talking about basically his presence, I didn't really feel like she was talking about a man who's a mature masculine leader, because I think a lot of true masculine men, yes, they have a presence and an aura around them, but they're not flashy with it. It's not like the guy who likes to wear the big chain, or, you know, he's very flash with it. So, you know, everybody knows he's the top dog because he comes in dressed a certain way, like a pimp or something, you know. So even the way she describes masculine, it makes me a little bit wary. But just for the sake of argument, kudos to her for saying she wants a man who's a leader. Kudos to her for saying she wants a man who's masculine. And then the whole conversation gets derailed onto looks. And it's like, this is why a lot of black women, they cannot find decent men. They don't know how to recognize them, and it's older women who sabotage their understanding of what they should be looking for. So B. Simone turns around and says, I like an ugly man. And the lady in the bottom left, she throws her hands up. She's like, oh, I'm out. At the end of the day, she is teaching B. Simone to pick men the way men pick women. And I know a lot of us, we don't like to hear that. We've been conditioned by feminism to find it offensive that a man looks at our beauty before our brains. But that really is what it is, especially in today's day. Again, because of feminism, men don't really need women who are domestic like that. Do they want women who cook, who clean, who take care of the home, who are great mothers? Of course. But in terms of a necessity, men these days certainly do not need that, because for decades we have been telling them, well, I don't care if you've been to work all day. Why can't you load the washing machine? Why can't you put the kids to bed? Why can't you wash the dishes sometimes? Why can't you do this and that around the house? So she's out here talking about character, and then the woman turns around and says, let's talk about the looks, as if to say, you can build a foundation upon looks. As a woman, you're not supposed to be judging a man based on how pretty he is. And I commend at least B. Simone for turning around and saying, well, I don't want to have to be competing to be the pretty one in the relationship, you know? But then the women still push the issue. So now, after she started talking about stuff that really mattered, like leadership, masculinity, and, you know, not really being overly, overly focused, let me say it like that, on looks, they just bring the whole conversation round to the superficial. Which men would you like to date based solely on looks? So you have a guy who has nothing to offer but sex and babies, and you're going to pick him because he looks good over a man who actually has substance, because older women told you that's where you should really be focused on. It doesn't matter how quality the man is. If he's an ugly dude, you shouldn't be with him. This is the kind of bad advice older women give to younger women, or women give each other all the time. Because they're in their masculine energy, they date like men. Women trying to compensate for the fact that maybe their physical looks are not really there with things like education and occupation, which are irrelevant to a man, because a man, especially a man of means, doesn't care about your education because the information in your head is not going to get into his head, and he doesn't need your money, so he doesn't care about your job. He wants to know that you're feminine, that you're cooperative, that you're submissive, that you're a good homemaker, that you'll be a good mother to his children. Those are the things that are important to him. And obviously he wants you to be pretty, and prettiness is an indicator of fertility. If this is a man who wants several children, he wants a woman who looks attractive because he wants to have, a woman who's fertile. Looks are an indicator of fertility, and this is what a lot of older women struggle to get their head around. They always think that this is just some type of perversion where men just want young girls. No, they're attracted to fertility, and youthfulness is an indicator of fertility. And I think maybe that's why some women, they have an issue with men wanting younger women, because it's a reminder to them that their fertile years are coming to an end. Okay, so then they start playing this stupid game about, basically, hit or miss. And again, which of these guys, have good characters? We don't know, because it's all about the looks. And then at the last minute, what really kind of threw me off the couch was how the lady says, I think he'd be really good in bed for you. Okay, any man who judges his masculinity by his sexual prowess is not a real man. Let me say that one more time. Any man who judges his masculinity by his sexual prowess is not a real man. That is not the indicator of manhood. That is the indicator of a gigolo. That is a concubine, a male sex slave. okay? A homosexual who is trading sexual favors for board and lodgings and a bit of food. So any woman who's like, you should be with this guy because he's might be good in bed, they are literally setting you up to be ran through. They are setting you up to be spoiled. And I was just like so disappointed because first and foremostly, how do you know how good he would be in bed? Number two, I think he's married, so why are you even going there? And number three, why are you filling her head with this useless information about how he is in bed? As you know, I mean, I think we spend like, I swear we don't even spend like 15% of our entire life sleeping. We spend about 2 years of our life having sex. So you're going to pick a partner on something that basically occupies about 2 years of your whole life, and the average person is living to like 80. So this is just a perfect example of the sisterhood of failure and how women set each other up basically to fail in love. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.